Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I put out a video speculating on what could be on the 1960s Doctor Who collection Blu ray box sets. Like what the Doctor's going to be holding, if he's going to be in any different outfits, what monsters are going to be on the cover. I don't know. I just think it's fun to speculate about that stuff. And then I covered the remaining Pertwee and Tom Baker sets, as of recording, of course. So this week I'm going to finish off the series by doing the rest of the 80s. So starting with season 20, I'm thinking maybe he'll be holding the Seal of Rassilon, since the Five Doctors will be in there, and that's the most iconic object I can think of. Other than that, I think on the cover you've definitely got to have Omega, the Black Guardian, since he's such a huge part of the series. I could almost see them putting Turlo on there. Probably not, because they don't do companions, but he's such a big part of the arc of that season. I could kind of see them doing that. Definitely the Master will be on there. They always like to include those recurring villains. I could see Chameleon being on there. Again, I guess he's technically a companion, but he's such a part of the plot and he's not really that much of a companion. I think you could put him on there. So as far as season 21 goes, again, they've said that we're not getting more than one Doctor on a cover, so even though Colin Baker is introduced at the end, I think it'll definitely be Peter Davison on the cover. Serious face, regeneration story and all that. Maybe waving goodbye like Tom, or I was thinking he would maybe be holding the Bat's Milk. That would be very fitting. Or if not that, maybe one of the virus canisters from Resurrection of the Daleks. But yeah, I think the Bat's Milk, because, it's his final season, and they usually seem to like to focus on that. Wait, have we only had one regeneration season? Let me look. Yeah, well, they focused it definitely for season 18, so, yeah, I don't know. It seems likely that they would for all of the regeneration seasons, which is, I think the Bat's Milk would really fit and really work well. As far as monsters, you got Warriors of the Deep, so you've at least got to have a Sea Devil or a Silurian. Probably both, with the way things that are going. Definitely have the Master, because he's in the season a couple times, actually. Chameleon, probably, because he's a big part of Planet of Fire. Daleks, or maybe Davros, or both. And of course, since Caves of Androzani is such a popular story, I'm sure Shara's Jack will be on the cover. And also, one thing I think would be really cool, I kind of doubt they would do this. They seem to be doing various iterations of the intro visuals behind the Doctors, but I think it would be really neat if they put Peter Davison's regeneration effect behind it. Probably not going to happen, but wouldn't that be cool if they did that? Okay, season 22 is a hard one. I can't really think of anything too iconic. Honestly, season 22 is probably the season that I've seen the least amount of times. So I can't really remember if there's anything too iconic. All I can think of is maybe the device he rigs up as the remote control for the TARDIS in Attack of the Cybermen. I can't remember if there's anything else. Anyways, for villains, of course, we'll have regulars like the Daleks. In fact, it's pretty much all regulars in this season, so we'll have the Daleks, we'll have Cybermen, Sontarans, probably Syl. I'm not sure that they would have both the Master and the Ronnie, as it would be very crowded cover if they did. I'm thinking maybe just the Ronnie, or maybe it'll just be a crowded cover, or maybe they'll remove something else like the Sontarans or something, but I can't really see them doing that because they clearly like to include all the recurring things, villains and monsters, but I don't know, maybe they could take Syl off since he's in the next box set. I don't think the Borad is going to be there since Time Lash is such a hated story. Maybe they could remove Syl so they could have both the Master and the Ronnie, but I don't think they'd do that. Yeah, I'm thinking that's just going to be a very crowded cover. Season 25, it's a bit tricky. Obviously, again, kind of like with what I said for the Mona Lisa in season 17. The obvious big object in the season is going to be the casket in the hand of Omega, but you can't really have the Doctor holding that, so I'm thinking more likely he'll be holding the arrow from Silver Nemesis, or maybe the bat, but the bat's more Ace's thing, so I'm thinking the arrow. As far as monsters, I think we might get a variation Dalek. I think we're going to get the special weapons Dalek on this one. And of course, we'll get a Cyberman. As for the other monsters, the Candyman and the Clown seem the most obvious choice. If they want to have something else, I could see it maybe working to put the casket on the bottom. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. So there's my quick summation of what I think is going to be on the covers of the box set, the Doctor Who collection sets for the 80s. What do you guys think? Do you have any idea of what you would like to see on the covers? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next week.